What's up, guys? This is Ryan from Tiller King. Just got a new project, so figured I'd start filming it here from start to finish. Just picked this boat over on the east coast of Florida. Got a pretty good deal on it. No, that's not the trailer that's made for it. It was just the hull only, but figured I'd give you guys a quick update. This is going to be our next project. It's a Bass Tracker Pro 16 that's pretty much been gutted. Pretty much got nothing in it. Somebody cut the transom down to a 15-inch, so we're going to take this and make this a pretty quick duck boat project and go from there, see if we can go hunting this weekend here, and it's going to be a pretty quick turnaround. So only got a couple days to finish this thing before we go duck hunting with it. I got a special motor I'm going to put on the back of that thing. It's a Tohatsu 50 15-inch motor. So anyways, stay tuned, like and subscribe, and we'll keep these videos going. Hey guys, Ryan at Tiller King here, just getting started on this project. So what we're doing here to get started before we put this wood decking on here is actually get this framing braced up a little bit better. All the rivets were pulled through, so drilled them all out. Did a little combination of self-tappers and some rivets here to make this bracing a little bit better. Pulled the sides in a little bit and then re-riveted that bottom piece there for that front gusset. So as you can see, just real quick, getting started here and putting everything back together so it's stable once we put that plywood on there. Step number 2 here after we reinforce that front brace. So what I'm going to end up doing here now is cut this plywood down to 90 inches so it spans the centers on them beams, and just cut some carpet here. Going to go green since it is a duck boat. We got some 3/4 inch marine plywood, so I'm going to get this stapled up and get it going. A little more progress here this afternoon. Got the plywood decking in here, got it all carpeted, still got to fasten it down, but just trying to get everything mocked up here. So moved on to the front. What I gotta do is make a template here real quick for the front deck. As you can see, there was no deck in it when I got it, so cardboard works pretty good for doing that. So gonna get this mocked up here, cut the plywood, and then get some green carpet on it and keep moving along. Stay tuned, keep going. Alright guys, got the carpet installed, got the front deck done, put a couple of those push button snaps on there to put the carpet up over the edge and make it nice and tight. Even had a hatch laying on the shelf, so I decided to integrate that in so you can store some life jackets and that kind of stuff. So unfortunately Home Depot didn't have the self-tapping screws I needed to screw it to the actual ribs of the boat, but we're gonna go to Lowe's here this evening and get those. But this is basically the finished product, just got to screw it down. So I think it came out a lot nicer than what it looked like originally. With that being said, we'll get this thing screwed down. We still got to do bilge pump, some nav lights, and maybe figure out some bracing for these sides. But for today, that's good enough. We'll put the motor on it, and we're going to go use this thing this weekend, call it good enough. So this was a quick, easy, cheapest boat I ever bought project. So would cost more than the boat cost itself. But anyways, keep you guys updated, and we'll keep going. Alright guys, how's it going? This is going to be day 2 of doing the quick John boat. So what we've done here this morning already, I didn't do a good job of filming it, but got the floor installed. As you can see, all the screw holes here, got the pieces fitted, fit nice. So got all that done here this morning. Definitely firmed up the boat a little bit here. We're on to kind of part 2 here. Cut this piece of wood for the back, give that transom just a little bit more stability. That seemed to help a little bit, and then we're on to the motor here actually. So what I was going to show next was just kind of how to clean a carburetor. Already started the process here, started ripping the oil injection off of this 40 Tohatsu and getting it going. So carburetors are off, air cleaners off, ripped out the oil injection, and now starting on the carb clean process. So what I was going to do here is actually show you guys how to clean a carburetor pretty quick. This is the way that I've done it. This is the way I've done it for a long time, and honestly I've never had any issues. So let me get this set up here, and we can get things going. So alright, so what I usually like to do, always use an impact on these bottom screws here. If you don't, they tend to strip pretty easily. So easiest thing to do, kind of like that, is to give them some firm pressure and impact them out. Otherwise you're going to strip them out and have a bigger problem on your hands. So carburetors look pretty good inside. I did the first one, actually pretty clean here. So this is the float side of the carburetor. What I usually do is just take all this stuff off. So again, I try and impact as much off as possible, just to make sure that I don't lose anything, I don't strip anything, and then just pile it all here in the carburetor just so nothing goes anywhere. stuck in there a little bit. There we go. Alright, so there's the float. The needle fell down inside there. These carburetors are in really good condition, to be honest with you. So here's the main jet, center one. They can usually be pretty difficult to get out. If you can't get them out, it's not the end of the world. You can blow some compressed air through them, but if you can get them out, the best thing to do is actually take them out. So as you can see, there's the two jets. What I usually like to do, take a little bit of compressed air, just blow it through. Make sure you got some good passageways through there. Not sure if you can see, but as long as you can see daylight through them, that's usually pretty good. And then over here on the top side of the carburetor, usually like to take this apart if you can get it apart. Sometimes it doesn't want to come apart. Again, those gaskets sometimes can be a little bit finicky and they'll rip or tear or whatnot. So if you can get them apart, highly recommend doing that. Just be super careful taking these gaskets off. Most of the time you can reuse them. So as you can see, things look actually pretty good inside here. So again, what I usually like to do is take some compressed air, just blow it through all the passageways. See, we got that secondary jet to fall out there, that main jet right there. I was going to pull that out with some pliers, but that came right out. And everything looks pretty good. And what I usually like to do, just for extra measure, is I take a set of guitar files, is what they're called, little thin file here, and then I usually just run this through all the passageways and everything of the carburetor, just for extra, kind of make sure everything's out of there. Like I said, they fit real good. Hopefully you can see this. They fit real good, and all them little holes and little spots in the carburetor. They got different sizes and all, so you can get them down inside there. Just make sure all the passageways are clean. These look really, really good. Probably didn't even have to clean them, if I'm being honest with you. But that's the guitar file set. You can order on Amazon. I don't really know what it's for, but they work super good for cleaning carburetors. These, honest to God, don't even really need any carburetor cleaner. Usually like to take them, spray them out, and just make sure they're super clean. But these honestly look really, really good. Probably one of the better sets I've ever taken off of something. This was a running 40 Tohatsu. I just usually like to do this so it doesn't give me any problems or anything. I also like to delete the oil injection off of that stuff. I know it's run for 25-30 years, but the day that I take it out. Alright guys, we got the carburetors clean, got all new fuel lines, ripped the oil injection off, cleaned the carburetors, put everything back together. So now she's hanging up in the air, gonna get ready to load it on this transom here. I'm gonna do a video about this crane here another time, but anyways, this is what I use to lift motors in and out of the back of my truck and on the transoms and all that kind of stuff. It's lifted everything from a 20 all the way up to a 200, so we're gonna get this thing mounted on the transom here. The rest of the boat's pretty much ready to rock and roll, but we're gonna get it going and get her home. Thanks, bye. Alright, got the motor hooked up, got it mounted, secured there for right now, just temporarily. Got the battery and the gas tank sitting there, but as you can see, looks pretty good. Boat's pretty much completed at this point. Like to get something to sit on, kind of go from there, but hard parts done, floors installed, motors on. It's looking pretty good. Like to do something with these gunnels here to try and firm them up, since we took everything out of the boat. It has no like structural rigidity per se in the sides, but anyways, like I said, hard parts pretty much done here. Reinforced that back transom area a little bit, and motor's mounted and ready to go. Looks pretty dang good on the back, that's for sure. Runs like a top, just fired it up. Alright guys, was able to secure a seating arrangements last night on Facebook for 20 bucks. Found this toolbox, that's what we're going to sit on. Just got done installing that, put a battery in there, small little cheap switch panel off of Amazon just to give us a bilge pump, and yeah, she's turning out alright. So getting ready for tomorrow, and that's about the last of this thing. So hopefully we can do part however many at this point and show some duck videos, but that's going to be the seating arrangements for this build, and last thing to do is just secure the gas tank somewhere.